salmon salad with black pepper, pineapple, and lemonette dressing. This is a really great main dish salad. Make it on the weekend and plan to have some for leftovers during the week, or make it midweek. What you need to start with is about 8 to 10 cups of baby greens. Could be a spring green or mesclun green mix. If you don't have that, feel free to substitute romaine lettuce, which is nice and crisp and holds up well in a salad. You'll need 1 pound to 1.25 pounds of salmon. Look for wild Alaskan salmon. Wild salmon has more omega-3s, it has more flavor, and it has a lower pesticide content, which makes it a lot safer for eating. Again, this is wild Alaskan salmon from the Kodiak Islands. What I did was I started with the piece of salmon, and it could be as large as 1.5 pounds if you like, and I just brushed it with olive oil and sprinkled with sea salt and pepper, and then you can cook it under the broiler, on the grill, or you can roast it at 400 degrees. Figure about 10 minutes per inch of thickness, and you want to cook it until it's almost the same color inside and out, but be careful not to overcook the fish. Once it's cooked, you can flake it with a fork, or you can break it into bite-sized pieces with your fingers. You'll need 1 cup of thinly sliced celery. You'll need 1/2 cup of finely chopped green onion, or 1/2 of a small red onion finely chopped. You'll need 1/2 cup of either dried fruit-sweetened cranberries or dried cherries. If you're using the dried cherries, cut them into bite-sized pieces with kitchen shears. You'll also need 1 cup of water chestnuts. Ideally, they'll be fresh water chestnuts that you buy at the Asian market, you peel and cut into thin coin-like rounds. If you can't find them, buy the canned water chestnuts and then drain them. But the fresh ones are so great. If you can find them, they're worth a little hunting. You'll also need 1/2 of a sweet bell pepper, preferably a red or orange bell pepper, cut into small bite-sized pieces like this. We've got about 1/4 to 1/2 inch dice here. Optional is 1/2 to 1 cup of dulse leaf. It's a sea vegetable that's rich in minerals, particularly iron, and if you toast it, as I did, in a 150-degree oven for about 10 or 15 minutes until it's just a little bit crisp like a potato chip, you can crumble it into the salad, and it adds this really nice crunchy texture and a slightly salty taste, but with a lot more minerals than if you use salt. You'll also need 2 cups of diced pineapple, and I'll show you how to prep the pineapple. This is a ripe pineapple, and this is an unripe pineapple. What you're looking for in a ripe pineapple is you're looking for the green to turn into a gold color. If you buy a pineapple and it's not yet ripe, just store it at room temperature. You could put it in a large paper bag next to a ripe apple or banana, and it usually takes several days, but it's fine left at room temp. You can see that this one has a lot of green, so it's very underripe. When the yellow spreads all the way to the top, or it turns slightly golden, it's more ripe. A couple of other ways to tell if the pineapple is ripe. One is to give it a nice squeeze and pull off some of the leaves. When it's ripe, the leaves like this come out easily from the top. When it's underripe, there's a lot more resistance when you pull them off. The other thing you can do is see if it smells fragrant and fruity by picking it up, turning it over, and then seeing if it has that nice fruity fragrance. If not, you'll want to let it sit out at room temperature a little bit longer. So you might want to buy more than 1 pineapple and allow enough time for it to ripen at room temp. Next, I'll show you how to chop it. First, what we'll do is take off the top like this. Cut off as little as possible. Then you want to cut off the bottom so you have a flat surface like this. Now, once you pull away those pieces, what you can do is just take your knife and run it down from top to bottom like so. You want to get the little eyes off. These are the eyes, and I'll show you a trick for that in just a minute. Now, we're going to have more pineapple than we need here, so the extra pineapple can easily go into a jar or a covered bowl in the refrigerator, and then you can use it for other dishes throughout the week. If you chop more pineapple than you need, and I recommend chopping the entire pineapple, you could actually take some of the pineapple, spread it on a baking sheet, let it freeze, and then transfer it to another container, and now you've got pineapple that's ready for smoothies. That way it won't spoil in the refrigerator if you don't think you'll use it up within 3 to 5 days. Now, you can take your knife across here and trim off those eyes. They're a little bit prickly, so you want to trim them off really well. Some people take a knife like this and like that. That's another way to do it. So once you get the eyes off, we'll be ready to core it. Now, if you have a juicer, you could take some of the pieces of the pineapple that have a little bit of the eyes on them, and you could run them through a juicer. Otherwise, it takes a little more time to trim off those pieces. Next, what you want to do, look at the pineapple, and you'll see the core in the middle. What we want to do is cut around the core, like this. Cut on the right side of the core. Put a towel under the pineapple so it doesn't slide. Now, go slowly. Next, what we want to do is take the pineapple and cut around the core like this. This center part we're going to discard. And now we're going to cut the pineapple into bite-sized pieces. I'm going to take these pieces and cut them in half one more time. And you can do the same with the other piece of pineapple. Now, you need 2 cups of pineapple for the recipe. And it can be 2 heaping cups if you like. And then the extra pineapple we'll put in a jar and store it in the refrigerator. Now, for assembling the salad. What you'll need is a large bowl. We'll take our salad greens. Add the celery, the chopped green onions, dried cranberries. Again, you can use cherries or cranberries as you like. And look at that vibrant color. What you want when you're putting together a salad is you want to have a lot of color. The more you have dark green leafies and then orange, yellow, or red vegetables and fruits, the more you add more vitamins, minerals, fiber, more antioxidants, and a lot more flavor to your salad as well. Sprinkle on your water chestnuts. Your bell pepper. And look at this rainbow of color. Next, we'll take some of this dulse leaf, and you can just crumble it or tear it into bite-sized pieces. What you want is slightly small pieces. You could use kitchen shears or your hands. Kitchen shears are particularly handy for this. Now what we're going to do is add our pineapple. And you can either add the salmon now, toss with your lemonette dressing or vinaigrette as you like, or you can toss the entire salad together. Start with a little bit of dressing, then add more if you like. We're going to toss add a little more dressing. Add the salmon as soon as we get this coated a little bit more. If you'd like to serve the salad several days in a row and you don't plan to serve it all at once, What you can do is divide the ingredients into several large bowls or containers with lids for packed lunches, and then add your dressing just before serving. This makes 4 to 6 generous main course salads, so think of using 4 to 6 good-sized containers for small individual portions. Now, once you've got this well tossed, you can spoon your salmon on top. Toss again, and you're ready to serve. This could be a complete meal on its own, or if you like, you could have a little bit of potato salad on the side, or if you eat grain, maybe some brown rice tortillas or a quinoa salad or something like that to go with it. So now you have this beautiful salmon salad ready for lunch.